welcome to our weekend release. This is the bonus podcast episode where we can see how much extra content we can get into your week just before the weekend, or random things that have been sent in and extra bits from our week, and how our advice went down with you. Oh, wonderful Gene Divas.
Jordan's just done a wink to the camera. Bit of housekeeping, if I may. You can plug something if you want.
Okay.
2 days ago, we have just launched Series 4 of Keep Appearances, the luxury podcast.
Okay.
So if you want to hear Jonathan and me talk about Series 4, which is a very strong series of Keep Appearances, and hopefully of the companion podcast, that is available now.
Have a listen, it's very funny. And here's a clip from one of the episodes.
As she appears from the taxi, she says, I hope that's a first-class stamp.
She objects to second-class stamps being pushed
Are you
through.
still a user of a first-class stamp, even with the price of them now?
Well, they go up and up. Even my London apartment was cheaper than a stamp.
Fortune, aren't they?
Yeah, but no, I do still like a stamp. I don't buy second-class stamps.
Oh, why would you?
However. Exactly, because I do object to second-class stamps.
Exactly.
I am, however, limiting my stamps at the moment, because at the time of recording, we still have stamps being produced with the dear late Queen Elizabeth on them, and I'm holding out for Charles.
I think I've had a Charles one.
I don't think... Have you?
I'm fairly sure I had a Charles one. It was purple.
Oh, I knew they've released the image of what it's going to look like. Are you just dreaming about stamps?
Well, maybe it was Her Late Majesty.
Well, they are related.
A family resemblance.
Charles doesn't... He's not going to wear a crown on his stamp.
They shouldn't really bother changing.
It's Charles in drag.
Exactly.
Would you please inform your supervisor that in future I want my stamps adjusted upwards?
It's very funny. You should definitely listen to it.
Thank you.
Two very butch men talking about their...
Just like this podcast.
Yeah. Talking about their favourite TV show.
Intermix with chat about Spanish cleaning products.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
It's very funny.
Anything you want to plug? Series 2 of anything?
No, I'll be honest with you. Work's drying up a bit at the moment.
Oh, no.
I'm actually getting a bit worried.
Oh, no, don't. You've always got this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's... Look,
Fall back on me.
I've always said, as long as I'm on the radio, which I am daily, and
Yeah.
I'm very, very lucky, I'm happy.
And...
Podcast.
Yeah, twice a week.
Twice a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah.
You'll be fine. We all go through dry spells.
Yes, that's true. Anyone listening? Yeah. You know.
Hello.
Just before we go on to the responses
Right.
from our wonderful listeners, just want to talk to you about Benidorm. We're currently in the midst of planning it.
Oh, right.
Got lots of fun and things lined up for you.
Okay. Like return ticket.
One of them is I want to take you to the Yorkshire Pride pub so you can try Benny's biggest breakfast. Right. So
And when we say Benny, we mean Benidorm, not our producer.
The family that run Yorkshire Pride pub are so lovely. I think it's Taddy, isn't it? Taddy and his daughter I met when I was last out there.
Yeah.
So it's a massive fry up. I'm going to show you a picture.
Good God, how many slices of bread do you need?
On an oval thing. And I
why have you got chips as
well?
well?
I actually did really well on that when I last tried it. I nearly finished it. And I reckon we could. So we're going to try...
I mean, I'll tell you about this on Tuesday, but I've got a whole new breakfast, and that is not that does not look anywhere near like what I'm having at the moment. Oh, look at that tea in a mug.
That's a perfect... Look at that.
Tea in a mug. Oh, God, I can't think of anything worse.
This is... there's some reviews. Do you want to read that?
Shall I read this review?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm really hungry. I could eat that now.
Good old Yorkshire Pride. Went for Sunday lunch with 16 hens. No flashy fancy stuff here, just what you'd expect in Yorkshire. I mean, why bother leaving the country? All 16 of us left happy. I was advised there would be delay as it was packed as usual. So what else do you do when in Benner's whilst waiting to get fed? You get yourself a pint. Good setup right on strip. 5 stars from Deborah.
Let's get your centre pint.
What?
Yeah,
Get your centre pint.
It's called the Greedy Man's Breakfast, by the way.
Right.
That's the Greedy Man's Breakfast.
I don't have the picture. Can I look? I can't see any black... I mean, those sausages look really cheap as well.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
They're the best sausages. Don't be so horrible. It's a good... It's Yorkshire Pride pub is really good. And here's another review of a Benidorm classic, Sticky Vicky.
Having never seen her before, it felt like a must, a once and never again show. Her unique magical act lasts around 10 to 15 minutes. She enters the stage, and before you know it, she is fully naked and pulling all manner of interesting and surprising items from her most intimate place. A real eye-opener. I'm sure it is. Cheeky fun whilst in Benidorm. Perhaps leave the kids at home for this one. 5 stars from Philip. Dirty old man.
It's not loads of people go, oh, you need to remind me, we probably need to take a sick bucket for one of you. She basically pulls things out.
I'm aware of the act, yes. I've never seen it. I mean, I really haven't seen it, but I think I'm going to be seeing it.
You won't be a golden gay after that, will you?
Well, no, because I'm not having sex with her. Talking of Benidorm, shall we meet another winner?
Let's meet another one of our lucky winners that's going to be joining us in Benidorm. Hello, Sam.
Dan.
Sorry. Hello.
Hello, is that Dan?
It is, yeah.
Hello, Dan.
Dan, ready yourself. You're coming to Benidorm.
Thank you. Cool.
Woo! Who are you going to bring with you, Dan?
I am gonna. Oh, hopefully I'll bring my mate. Depends on what time the flight is. If not, I can always fall back on good old mum. She's up for anything. She's retired. She'll love it.
Have you been to Benidorm before, Dan?
I haven't, no, but I'm assuming it's going to be like the straight version of Gran Canaria.
What?
Don't you worry. Yes, yeah. Well, maybe not quite. I say I've never been to Gran Canaria, but yes, it probably won't be as luxury.
You'll enjoy it, Dan. You will. It's a fabulous place. Remember what Grandma Glenys always says: if you can't have fun in Benidorm, there's something wrong with you. You'll have fun. What are the first things that come to mind that you're going to pack?
Well, it depends. It obviously depends who I go with. If I go with my mate, I'll obviously have to pack some speedos, just for the beach. If I'm going with my mum, maybe not the speedo. She doesn't need to see that, but probably just some vest and shorts and stuff. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. And Dan, where in the world are you at the moment?
I am in Southeast London.
Southeast London. Okay, that's you had to think. Is that where you're originally from, or have you moved to Southeast London?
No, I've just been here for a year. So I mean, I'm not from a million miles away. I'm originally from Reading, so about half an hour on the train.
Too bad.
So
Okay,
Yeah,
nice,
That's
lovely.
not too bad. Well, look, we are absolutely looking forward to seeing you in Benidorm. Thanks so much for entering the competition.
Yes, and I think so far you're our first male. So
Yeah,
that's
cool.
exciting. Everything is picked at random, I should just say. So the computer has finally picked a man. So I'm delighted to have some, a nice butch homie to keep the testosterone levels up with me.
When did you first start listening to the podcast, Dan?
do you know what? It's probably been about 4 weeks.
Oh, what a good 4 weeks to start
You're a
listening.
new G and Diva.
Yeah, brand new. So
Oh wow! Well, welcome.
you kept me company on a lot of long, boring car rides. So
Oh,
it's been interesting.
well, what a way to settle in as an established G and Diva coming to Benidorm with us.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you very much for entering Diva Espana with Amazon Music, Jan, and we will see you in the Costa Blanca.
Congrats, Dan.
Thank you. Cool. I'll see you there.
Marvellous. Now, back to some responses. A couple of weeks ago, we heard from a G and Diva who needed help coming up with swimming pool chat-up lines. We did a very good role play.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Very good role.
Award-winning.
You were on form that day.
I was all right, but you were good. You did a bit of,
Flossing.
flossing with your towel. We threw it over on our Instagram stories, and we've got some gems that the G and Divas have come up with.
Okay.
Painting Blue 2 came up with, is that a pool noodle, or are you happy to see me?
Very good. Matt says, fancy taking me up the water slide.
He's gay. Rachel says, I'm drowning because you take my breath away.
Liam says, you're like a pair of goggles. Without you, everything's a blur.
Oh. Charlie says, it's funny. I didn't know pools had started producing such good stock. You're a prize catch.
Anon says, I'm like the smell of chlorine. I will never leave you.
Chlorine does leave you, though, doesn't it? Sam suggested, just pretend to drown and hope he rescues you for some mouth-to-mouth. Well, that's a bit extreme. But I'm sure it's worked.
Jordan in Burnley says, I don't know. Think of a swimming pool pun. I'm not good with puns.
No.
Do you want to dive on my board?
Right.
Do you
I think I did all of them a couple
know.
of weeks ago. Hmm?
Do you want a heavy pet with me? Mind of my splash zone?
That was my joke.
How was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's fine. You made it your own.
Do you want me to be like a Veruca and suck your toe?
Oh, my word. It's all gone a bit Duchess of York. Now, let's go to Thor. Thor from Sweden.
Oh!
Hi, William, Jordan, and Ben. Whilst listening to your latest episode, Help My Father-in-Law Got Pumped, you spoke about William wanting to start a stream of his Hogwarts Legacy gaming and mentioned potential non-binary magic folk. They actually have correct magic pronouns in the book. In Book 6 of Harry Potter, Harry says, Bezes, whiz, and which ard, oh, their age I never knew. So, there you go. Next time you want to be inclusive when talking about the wizarding world, you can call them a whiz, W-I-Z, or a witchard, W-I-T-C-H-A-R-D.
So a whiz is a non-binary wizard.
Whiz or witchard.
Oh, okay. Oh,
There
great.
we go.
That's good to know.
So now we go. Thank you. That was Thor from Sweden. This next one is from Mark. Hello, William Jordan, EP Benidorm, and Diego. Listening to the most recent episode where William was talking about learning some Spanish, I was reminded of a time I thought I'd be helpful and teach my husband some Spanish. I speak it fairly well and get by most places we go. For some reason, I told him the word for the bill was el cono. So we were somewhere on holiday in Spain, and he said to me at the end of our meal, shall I ask for the cono? I was mortified, as that is the Spanish word for the C word.
No.
I have no idea how, but instead of la cuenta, I taught him something very different. I just was glad I stopped it before he actually asked for something neither of us would have been expecting. Keep making us smile. We love listening to your podcast. Mark.
Oh, thanks, Mark.
Well, there we go.
Next time I'm in Spain, hey, he's a right El Gunno.
But also, I'd say cuenta sounds a little bit rude as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
La cuenta.
What an El Cuano. I do love a casual C word.
Do you?
I don't use it often. It's
No.
a very bad word. I'd never use it in front of my mum or anything like that.
No.
It just sometimes perfectly sums certain people up, doesn't it?
So, you know when we do our live recording in Benidorm in a
Yeah.
few weeks, we've got your mum and dad there, Wendy and Graham. Is that going to change how you are? Because if Brian and Sarah were there, it would change how I was.
No, I don't think so.
Really?
Why? If anything, it'll be me trying to keep up with them.
Okay.
You know what they're like?
Maybe I'll do the show with them.
She's got half of a village coming from Spain.
I'm excited to see them. It's been February. I think February was the last time I saw them.
No, it weren't. It was last summer, wasn't it?
February.
When?
Or maybe it was. Maybe it was last
It was
summer.
last summer. We went for. It was a year ago.
God, that was. I thought that was this year.
We took him. You took him for a very nice brunch.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to
Thanks
seeing
for your letter, Mark.
Final one from Georgie, dear William, Jordan, and EPB. I couldn't help but respond to Jordan's comments on there being no. Now, just pause here because apparently we said this wrong with this word wrong. Lido. I think I said Lido, but I think it's Lido.
Is it Lido? It's Lido.
Could we look up the correct pronunciation of Lido?
Oh,
or
Lido, Lido, Silverstone, Silverstone, tomato. I think it's Lido in it. Anyway.
Okay. I couldn't help but respond to Jordan's comments about there being no Lidos up north. I'm from a small village just a stone's throw away from Ilkley in Yorkshire, and Ilkley plays host to the famous Ilkley Lido that was opened in 1935 in celebration of King George V's Silver Jubilee. A bit of royal trivia for you, William. Yes, the weather
He was there.
Yes, the weather can be viciously unpredictable in the north. However, I'm sure, come rain or shine, you will find many happy northerners partaking in the freezing depth of the Lido. Regards, Georgie.
Georgie, I just think when you move to London, there's quite a few Lidos that a lot of people go to. I've never been to one since I've been here. I'd love to on a hot summer's day.
Maybe we should go.
Yeah, we should.
Let's
do a
record an
little-
episode.
Little do it. Yeah. Yeah, in our budgie smugglers. So, yeah, apart from the one in Ilkley, I don't know if there's any. There might be. Outside swimming pools.
If you actually Googled this,
No.
why don't you Google Lidos up north? Or in the north of England? Because what do you think they're called up north? Ponds.
Outdoor pools.
Outdoor pools.
Lidos.
I wonder what the difference is between a Lido, and an outdoor pool. I don't know.
Because I think a Lido's like an outdoor pool. Yeah, look, loads that are coming up are just London. Aldershot. Yeah. Let me have a look. Hang on, there's a map. Yeah, look, there's loads down south. There's one in Watford. But then you look on the map, there's not many up north.
Is Ilkley showing up?
Yeah, no.
Ilkley's a bit posh, isn't it?
Lido.
I think. Ilkley is meant to be quite smart.
Yeah, it is. It's a lovely part of the world. 18 best outdoor swimming pools, Time Out magazine.
Right, where are they? Just read me the headlines.
Okay. Jubilee Pool, Cornwall.
Right.
Ilkley Pool and Lido, West Yorkshire.
There we
That's
go.
Beautiful, that.
Oh, look at that.
That is Bristol Lido. They've got one in Bristol.
Clifton, yeah.
Yeah, have they?
Yes, they have a
been?
very nice restaurant there. We've gone several times, and you look at the menu and you go, I don't know what any of this is.
Oh.
But when it comes, it's delicious.
Walpole, Margate. There's one in Margate.
Kent.
Plymouth.
Yeah, south.
Great Outdoor, Renfrewshire.
Where's that? That sounds northern.
Peak District.
Oh,
It's
north.
the Midlands. All right.
The Peak District is not the
No, it's
Midlands,
not,
is
you're
it?
right. Well, it's Derbyshire way, isn't it? Serpentine, London.
South.
That's at Hyde Park, isn't it? That's just part of the pond. That's not Lido. Aberdeenshire.
Oh, okay. So we've got a mix.
Oh, there's one in Cheshire.
So do you take it back about Lido's Lidos?
No. Pontypridd.
That's Wales.
No shit.
Right, finished?
Reading.
Yeah, okay.
Somerset.
Nice.
Yeah, we're done.
Lovely. Well, if you have a question or story that isn't a dilemma or a problem or Lido chat, this is the place where we can read it out. Drop into our DMs on social media or send us an email to help@sextedmyboss.com with anything you want us to share.
We also love hearing back from the people we offer advice to, so if that's you, do get back in touch with Producer Ben. For more Sexted news and nonsense, sign up to Producer Ben's newsletter via sextedmyboss.com. Don't forget, you've got until the end of Sunday to enter the Diva Espana prize draw, so listen back to Producer Benidorm's Big Bing Bong on Tuesday's episode to get the code you need to enter. We'll see you next week. Thanks for listening.
Goodbye.